Hello, everyone. Welcome. And I'm so honored to have everybody here. Your time is the most precious thing on earth other than our health. So my name is Kimberly Sanders, and I'm honored to be guiding these calls for almost going on 7 years now. I've been with this beautiful company that we are sharing tonight. It's an opportunity for you to step into full freedom, sovereignty, and wealth in your health and in financial sovereignty as well. And I have been a part of this community now, knowing Dave and Amy for over 8 years. They are the founders and the manufacturers of truly some of the cleanest food on the planet. And many of you know right now that we're having quite a situation with the different foods that are being placed into stores and the different chemicals that are being sprayed all over our fields and in the skies and all the things. And so as you see on Facebook, us as a community, we come together to share incredible stories. And for myself, after looking for great food since I was a child, allergic to every single thing under the sun, not being able to eat any type of like wheat, sugar, soy, dairy, and then at 9 years old, deciding that I don't want to eat any animal protein, I was looking my whole life for really pure, amazing plant-based foods. I was introduced to this beautiful company through my homeopathic doctor and his Ayurvedic wife. And I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity, because little did I know that years and years later, I would be blessed to have so many people on this mission with me. Welcome, Miss Melissa. But there's so many people on this mission that are driven from our hearts and from our guts, like literally healing our gut from the inside out. And we get to have regenerative health practitioners on the line and other friends that have been doing so much great work all around the world, like being able to feed people and have the best time ever, watching people heal their own bodies and have these incredible experiences. So tonight we have a special guest for you, too many special guests all the time, but we have Miss Rosey Kennedy and Miss Meghan Yarrow. And so today I get to introduce Miss Meghan. She's a master herbalist. She has invested in herself in so many ways. She's also taken her health into her own hands. So she's also in training to be a regenerative health practitioner, a holistic health practitioner, and she also has her bachelor's in science and integrative health. And so she's mixing up herbs all the time. She's helping so many people. She is a mama and she is on a mission. And so she shares her story tonight for us. And please, when you're done, introduce Miss Rosey so we can hear her as well. And so it's a really special opportunity that we're inviting you all in to really feel what's possible when you take back your sovereignty in your own hands with this amazing nutrition. Thanks, Meghan.
Thank you, Kimberly. My name is Meghan Yarrow. I have been on a journey to heal myself since 2018, the end of 2018. The floor was ripped out from under me. I owned a beautiful salon. I had a beautiful growing business, and it was all just taken away seemingly overnight because I got sick from mold. I could not function. I could not think. I lost my peripheral vision. I had bruising all over my body, weird rashes. Like I was just going from, I called them, I have my list of ologists, and I was going from ologist to ologist and being told that like everything looks fine, you look perfect, and then it being blamed on my mental health. And then after so long of having a headache for weeks on end and this weird runny nose, I went in for a CT and they saw that I had brain inflammation and a cerebral spinal fluid leak out of my nose. And they still wanted to tell me that it was all in my head mentally. And that was when I was like, okay, well, they told me they would just glue the hole shut and send me on my way. And I was like, that doesn't sound good. I don't think I'm down for that. And so from that moment on, I was like, I need to find something else. This clearly is not the right type of healing for me. It's not healing me. It's making me sicker. I did everything the doctors asked me to and just got sicker and sicker and sicker. I went from running from 9 in the morning till, 7, 8 at night with my kids to not even being able to get out of bed. So I began my health journey in 2019, and then I was introduced to Purium from one of my friends. Tammy sent me a little bag of samples. She sent me two. I had 2 shakes a day for 5 days, and I was hooked. The rest is history. I have never in my life experienced such energy. I have been on and off antidepressants my whole entire life. And this is the first time in my whole entire adult life that I have felt mentally well, that I've had energy to do the things that I want to do and to be the person that I want to be. And, it's just been the best thing ever. My whole goal in obtaining all these degrees was to be able to help people who were in the same position as me. And so about a month ago, I posted a video in one of the mold groups on elimination and how to get things moving, just using things that they had at home. And Miss Rosie messaged me privately, and we just automatically clicked. And she was so excited to hear what more she could do for her body. So I'm going to pass it off to Miss Rosie so she could tell her story.
Thank you, Megan, for that lovely introduction. And I want to say that I'm most connected with Megan because our stories are so very parallel and similar. I began my healing journey about a year ago, but being chronically ill for 2.5 years, me and my children, from similar circumstances, living in an extremely toxic, moldy house that was sold to us fraudulently by an inspector who did not give a true inspection report, being that he was the husband of my realtor. And my kids and I developed mold toxicity over the course of 2 years, and going to all of the ologists, just like Megan, being told that it was all in my head. I became the deranged mother that couldn't, be an effective parent. And I lost my job. I became nearly bedbound. And as you see here, this is the house that really hurt me and my children. That has to be demoed. This is ground zero of Hurricane Irma back in 2017 when that was down here in the Florida Keys. And this is my camper right here that me and 4 children and my husband now live in, recovering 8 months now, detoxing. So I had done a lot personally in my detoxing, from different supplement protocols to the shoemaker and different binders. And I was doing great with those things, but I was still struggling. And my children still have chronic GI issues. We all developed chronic, like inflammatory bowel conditions and rashes. My daughter has a speech delay, and the list goes on. But I knew that I needed to go to the next level in my healing journey, and I was looking for something to help me keep my pathways open and to keep our digestive systems supported while eliminating toxins. And I felt really compelled to try Purium because of its whole food nature and the fact that I can share it with my children. So I ordered it. I just put my faith into it, and we're trying it and loving it. My children, they think it's delicious. Their bodies crave it. And within like 3 different smoothies, by the second or third, my almost 3-year-old, who was whole gestation and life was in that home, never had a regular bowel movement, like color, consistency, anything, until recently. And it always falls off. And it goes back to what it was. I make a little improvement and then it goes back to what it was. But starting the Purium power shakes for him, he is like having the most perfect regular movements, and I can start to give him a little bit more support by giving him that. And it just makes me so happy that I can share that with him. And I feel so energized in myself. I'm sleeping amazing. At first I was kind of apprehensive about the tart cherry sleep support, but I noticed that when I didn't take it the other night, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, why am I awake? Oh, I didn't take the tart cherry. And I took it about 1 a.m. after waking up and fell right back to sleep and was sleeping soundly and perfectly. And now when I take it, I don't have that midnight waking that I was having before. At one point, I was a horrible insomniac in that house, like weeks, days, weeks on end. But now I am sleeping daily, and I want to say hands down, Purium and the products has been the next step that I needed to take to continue strengthening our bodies and continue to detox in a simplistic, cost-effective way, because we're going to be spending this regardless. And this is cost-effective, in my opinion. So not to take too much time, I want to say thank you for letting me share that with you guys today. And I'll pass it back to Megan or Kimberly.
I just want to say thank you so much, and what a blessing you are. And we're so excited to have something, something so not amazing turn out to be one of the most amazing gifts, which is basically what is happening here. And so now you get your health back, and we get to love you up and have you in our lives. And you are an amazing artist too, by the way. Everyone is in for a treat to see this art that this woman creates, because it's really phenomenal. And so who knows what kind of magical treats she's going to be painting up for us, a superfood style. Super amazing. But I wanted to turn it over to Megan and also Yarrow. Yarrow is my right wing angel, pure goddess. We met in elementary school, and this woman has dedicated her life to regenerative health. She's been an herbalist, yoga practitioner, yoga teacher, and she is literally, she will be in service to this whole community in a way that is just, it's so humbling. And I'm so honored to have her on this team and to be able to have her wisdom too. So these ladies are our regenerative health practitioners and herbalists on the team. And so I love to have them share what this beautiful food and nutrition is really all about. So you ladies can take over from here, and I'll share a little screen so that everybody can understand what this nutrition is all about. Megan, go ahead. You share first.
We are starting with the nourishing greens. They are absolutely delightful. I was so scared when I read the ingredients that everything was organic and everything was a green. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this going to taste like? And to my surprise, it tasted like the bottom of the Fruity Pebbles milk. That's how I describe it. And it was delicious. But the greens are packed with nutrition. And we have 2 of these shakes a day, replacing 2 full meals a day. They are the equivalent of having 6 superfood salads. So you're getting a whole lot more nutrition than you could possibly even eat. As soon as we add water, these greens come alive again. Like, they are dehydrated at such a super low temperature, and so like when we're adding water back into them, they just come right back to life, and they are literally magical. You can feel the energy after. And I have to say, like, whenever my wife or I or my children are feeling like a little down, or maybe we ate something that wasn't the best, like, we follow it up with a green drink and feel absolutely amazing after. So that is on the power shake. And then Yarrow and do Biomedic.
Sure. And I'll just add to the power shake that it's all those enzymes are alive. And that's why it feels so like vital when you drink it down. It's just absolutely amazing. And really you can feel yourself coming alive, and it helps to feed all your gut microbiome. Which the Biomedic is cleaning out. Biomedic is a capsule, and it is proprietary and removes 74% of glyphosate from the body in a 6-week trial. Glyphosate is the really common spray herbicide that they're spraying all over everything, and is the active ingredient in Roundup. And it is eating holes in our guts and making us feel like we're crazy. It acts as an antibiotic in the body. It's patented as like 10 different things, but the Biomedic removes that 74% of it. And then I believe that the Power Shake and all the rest of the ingredients in this particular kit are just working together so beautifully synergistically to rebuild the gut and help to seal up the tight junctions and do all the rest of the work after the 74% of the glyphosate is removed. So it can just keep moving in the right direction and making everything healthy. I think I said everything about Biomedic that I know. How about super aminos?
Super aminos are absolutely amazing. I love them. I didn't understand what amino acids did for the body. These are 100% pre-digested amino acids, so we don't have to use any of our own energy to make them. And they can help build lean muscle and burn fat and aid the body in protein synthesis. They get into your system. The 23 is for how many minutes it takes to get them into your system when you take them, but you can make it even faster by chewing them. I don't think they taste very good, but you can chew them. And this product, just a little personal story. I had twins at 19 and I had a weak bladder before I had my twins. So like when I tell you I could not sneeze without some leakage, and at age 38 was like I have stock and poise pads on the side of my toilet there. Like I was completely embarrassed. About 2 weeks into starting my first ULT, I sneezed on my way to the bathroom and I cried and called Tammy and was like, I can't believe it. I just sneezed on my way to the bathroom and I did not lose. And it has just been the most amazing thing, but it really does help build muscle and repair muscle. So anything you want to add on that one, Yarrow?
All tissue in the body, right? Aminos, and a chain of amino acids is a protein. And so proteins are the building blocks of cells. They're the building blocks of all tissue itself. And so they quite literally were building your pelvic floor back into shape. And at the same time, the utilization of the power shake and the aminos together, and that you're generally not taking in a whole lot of meat, but you're just getting all of this amazing micro and macro nutrient saturation of all your cells, really works to alkalize your system. So on a cellular level, now that we're going into regenerative health, Megan, I'm so excited. It is actually promoting the building of ATP, which is mitochondrial energy in the body, to make all of your cells stronger, to therefore build all of the tissue and alkalize all at the same time. So there really is like a lot of thought gone into the connection of all these products as they were put together. And the super aminos are based on the master amino pattern. They were created by an Italian physician named Luca Moretti, who was working with people who either had stomach cancer and had their stomachs removed, so they quite literally were not able to break down proteins, and or were in a coma. And so they didn't want their muscle wasting to happen while they were in a coma. And that's how the super aminos came to be. They're listed in the physician's desk reference like 16 times. And they are really scientifically, truly like the cream of the crop, best of the best way to get proteins into our body.
You're on the apothecary.
So I'll start. Okay. Apothecary is a cherry concentrate, super yummy. I think Megan's favorite thing in the whole entire kit is the apothecary. Maybe I'm wrong. And it is just wonderful. It promotes your body to make its own melatonin. So you're not actually taking melatonin, which isn't good because when you take something, then your body stops making it, especially hormones. This just makes your body make its own melatonin. You sleep great. It's super high antioxidants and has been traditionally used, just tart cherry juice, forever as a treatment for gout because it binds to acids and helps them be flushed out the body through the kidneys.
I do love my apothecary. It is the best nightcap ever. And I like adding the pineal clair to it. And I thought I was getting good sleep with the apothecary. Definitely leveled up with the pineal clair in there. Super Cleanse R's are amazing parasite cleanse. I've never in my life been able to finish a parasite cleanse until coming across Purium. I would always get super sick and backed up, and then have die-off symptoms and just be completely useless for weeks it would take me to recover from a couple days of trying to cleanse parasites. I think that this formula is absolutely amazing because it supports the entire digestive system. Just looking at the herbs that are in it, marshmallow root and senna are going to help with digestion, and so does there's just so much in there that is great. Cascara sagrada. And we take this, it does help to keep the bowels moving. It also helps with any candida overgrowth and parasites, and to help just release toxins and buildup that are going on in the gut. And so we do this for 10 days after we've started flushing the body with all this other good stuff that we talked about. And then we start the parasite cleanse. So we take 2 capsules in the morning, 2 at night, and for 10 days, and then we pause and then we start again. And I always tell everyone, like, if you're going to start it, you definitely need to plan on 2 months because your body needs all that support and love. So I don't know if there's anything you wanted to add to that, Yarrow.
Yeah, I definitely want to go the second month. And this program, this formula is really super gentle, as Megan stated. But if you've ever tried parasite cleansing before, this one does not have you running to the bathroom. It doesn't. It's really beautifully gentle.
Yeah. I agree. I'd love it. I think it's the best one I've ever done.
Especially at night, bloating is bad. Yeah. When you are taking this, you're taking 2 in the morning and 2 at night. So oftentimes it will help with that for sure. Helps bring the bloating down. And so does the Biomedic. The Biomedic does a lot for the bloating.
Yeah, I feel like the Biomedic, I've had clients and I have them rate on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, on where they are on sleep and digestion. And like they'll come in and they'll rate everything between like a 1 and a 4. And then you get them on Biomedic and see them a week or 2 later, and they're like, an 8 on sleep and an 8 on digestion. And like, it's so amazing. I'm like, you don't even know. This is going to get even better. So.
Thank you, ladies, so much for all of this. We wanted to open it up for questions because we have so much wisdom here on the line. If anybody would like to ask any questions for Yarrow or Megan, that would be amazing. I know even just with the idea of bloating, if your bowels aren't moving properly quite yet, then that will change. That'll totally change, but definitely keep eating lots of fruit and getting that water in. Maybe even doing a home enema is an amazing, fun experience to start doing with yourself.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So I started this program roughly 25 days ago. And the primary reason I started doing this is for the energy. Like I am like 7 months postpartum, and around 5 p.m. my energy like completely drops. So I wanted that energy to be back. And so that was the primary reason I started this. So I don't know when I should start seeing the results. I still have those same issues, I would say, like at 5, like my energy completely drops. It's the ULT plus collagen program that I'm doing right now. So is there anything else I should be doing differently to actually, to boost my energy throughout the day? But I would say this, my sleeping is not at on schedule. I'm waking every 3 or 4 hours. So I don't know if that is contributing to it. But I'm staying pretty consistent with the program. So I would love, feedback, suggestions on how else, can I get a maximum benefit out of this program?
Yeah, Yara, I'm hoping you'll answer because I'm not sure what I would suggest with nursing or right after pregnancy.
Well, the two things that come to my mind is that when you're being postpartum is either you're having an adrenal suppression issue, or you've had adrenal issue in the past, like your adrenals are kind of burnt out, tired, and or you have a candida overgrowth where you're having trouble, or mucoid plaque, but most likely a candida overgrowth where you're having trouble absorbing the minerals that you're taking in. And the ways to tell either of if these things are happening is you probably know if your adrenals are burnt out, if you had a traumatic childhood, if you have trouble dealing with stress, if you don't get a lot of grounding and relaxation in your life, if you're kind of over the max, like a lot of us are. And the other, you might be able to tell that first of all, you might notice your second wind happening and coming after you do your second round of super cleanser in your second month, because that will start to clean out the last portion of the large intestine to where you're able to absorb. We absorb minerals and water mostly in the large intestine only, and the minerals are in the form of cell salts. So one of the ways that you can tell if you are having a candida overgrowth is to, if your poop is coming out green, first of all, that means you're not absorbing very well. The greens are going into your body that you're drinking with the Purium shake, but then they're not being absorbed as well as they could. And that's where the minerals are really coming from, is those nice dark leafy greens. So you want to get those in, and those also are going to nurture your nervous system. And then it could be your thyroid. So you might want to add like chlorella. The cracked cell chlorella from Purium is great. It adds iodine, and anything that's got kelp and is that algae, that really, really dark green, kind of blue-green algae, helps and supports the thyroid to get the thyroid back up. And you might also want to try the beets. The Can't Beat This is absolutely amazing. And it adds nitric oxide, creates nitric oxide in the body, which means that it actually increases oxygen levels in your blood. And it's got a green coffee bean. So it does have some caffeine, but not in the jittery coffee kind of caffeine way, not even in a black tea kind of a way. It just increases your energy levels kind of across the board, and there will never be a crash. So you could also try the beets and adding those in the morning. Because you're also not sleeping well, it makes me think it's possibly an adrenal connection, or that your large intestine needs to be cleaned out a little more.
Okay, so two things here. Sleeping like I feel like a zombie in the morning, but I have to get up because I'm still nursing the baby, so that's why I need to get up every 3-4 hours in the night. So
Yeah.
he wakes up and he wants it. And second thing, I was told that I cannot take the super cleanser yet because I'm breastfeeding. But I saw that that was your top suggestion, so
Right.
I don't know how to go around that.
You might just have to wait. You might just have to wait. I'll think about it.
Okay, sure.
I'll think about it. Who brought you here? How can I find
Melissa,
you after this?
Melissa Patterson.
Okay.
Melissa,
Thank
do you have a question too? Thank you, Swamya.
Yep.
Keep your aminos up.
Yeah.
Keep taking more aminos. You know, the more aminos you can have, the better for sure.
I've taken 10. I'm maxed out, so do I need to take more?
You can take 15 or 20. Like there's really like the man that makes them is 6 years old. He takes 60 a day. So
Okay.
you can't go wrong with those. And you know, and I mean, this is pretty big. Most mamas at this point are fully exhausted in that time. So hopefully just keep having sleep, keep having your shakes every 2 hours, put something in you, keep having lots of fruit, keep having lots of water. We have more treasures for you too. I know that, but you know, as many superfood drinks as you can have, and then as much fruit as you can have, and keep your aminos going, because it's, you know, until you can start adding other things. And as soon as you can add other things, I'm sure your body's coming back into homeostasis.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Melissa?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that, because she is nursing, she's not able to do the super cleanse or the Can't Beat This either. However, I believe that she would really benefit with the ionic element. because of what she's going through, and also she can't really take those other stuff. And then there's spirulina as well to really just give you that boost of, support.
How old's your baby?
Our baby is good. He's doing great.
How old?
Oh, okay. He's 8 months right now.
Okay.
I have a quick question for Yarrow. Hello.
Hi.
I wanted to know, I had a couple of people question about the pea protein that's in some of the products, when you were talking about bloat. Is there anything that would be, and I know in talking to Bethany as well with her expertise in colonics, she says bloat can be from other things, that colonics can clear, but I kind of wanted your opinion on, some people that have inquired about the pea protein that's in the product sometimes can make people bloated, and I wanted to get your feedback on that.
Some people have trouble breaking down the pea protein. I've noticed that as well. And it's just one of the things that can happen. You can try out the other shakes, like give yourself the chance to try the different types of shakes. And also being on the ultimate lifestyle transformation ought to be bringing your body into balance and your microbiome into balance to where you're able to break down the pea protein.
Thanks. I'll pass that along.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have to say that the pea protein used to not be able, like when it first came out with that dark berry, it wasn't something that I could digest, and I was so sad, and I almost thought I couldn't share it with other people because I was like, oh my gosh, if this is what it does to people. But now I can't get enough of it, and I literally live off of it. So tell them to keep utilizing all the other things until their body can really truly absorb it, because it's not that our pea protein is anything but the best. We've definitely tested it. There's definitely even organic pea protein out there that they've found glyphosate, but we've done due diligence and tested 100%. So we have the best pea protein out there. So that's really great. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording, and whoever shared this with you, please get back to the friend that shared it with you and let us know how we can help you. Thank you so much.